If The Last of Us Season 2 is true to its source material, it could introduce new types of infected to the TV show adaptation that are much scarier than the varieties that have already appeared. The Last of Us lore means the undead are divided up into subcategories, and one of the deciding factors that dictates which category an infected belongs to is how long it's been since the host died. However, there are other circumstances that can influence an infected's designation. All zombie types in The Last of Us Season 1 also appear in the games, but that isn't yet true of the opposite. Runners, clickers, and bloaters, while terrifying in their own right, are just the tip of the infected iceberg. However, they're still arguably more favorable to come across than some other members of the zombie tree. The Last of Us Season 2's new cast members will likely come across familiar forms of the monstrous creatures, but the show may also ensure they have run-ins with their gruesomely updated counterparts from the games. The two new infected types to expect in The Last of Us Season 2. The Last of Us season could introduce Shamblers and the Rat King from The Last of Us Part 2. One of the infected types that debuted in The Last of Us Part 2 may look familiar, even to those who have only watched the show and never played the games. Known as a Shambler, this form of infected is an alternative version of an unfortunate soul during the fourth stage of their infection. They look very similar to bloaters, but Shamblers are the result of spending a long time in a wet environment, whereas bloaters come from dry surroundings. Both bloaters and Shamblers come after the clicker stage. What they lack in precise echolocation they make up for with heavily armored fungal exteriors. Like bloaters, Shamblers can also infect healthy humans from a distance, with sacks of pus exploding onto them, which is marginally more disgusting than the toxins released by injured bloaters. A taste of how difficult a Shambler can be to bring down can be witnessed by one of its dry counterparts coming under attack in The Last of Us Season 1, Episode 5, Endure and Survive. Shamblers are scary, but they can be topped. One of the most fierce boss battles in The Last of Us Part 2 has the player going up against the Rat King. This vile creature is the cordyceps drawing together many advanced stage infected into one organism. The Rat King is The Last of Us most horrifying zombie. It's incredibly durable, and inflicting damage can often cause individual infected like bloaters or clickers to come loose and add to the attack. If the Rat King appears in The Last of Us Season 2, it's bound to be a landmark episode.